Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Intuitive Edge. This is where we take an intuitive look at what's going on in our world. The consulate closure in Houston, the Chinese consulate was closed recently, and there's been some speculation as to what might be going on. Now, when I sat down to do this video, I started getting messages even before I sat down really with it. I just started having things come to me as soon as I said the consulate closure. I'm just getting flooded with imagery. So I'll share with you the imagery I was getting and what I was seeing in my mind's eye and my intuition. I was drawn into a building. Now, I've never been inside a consulate, much less that one. But I was drawn inside this building. It had like big, tall, vaulted walls. And almost like an arboretum or something indoors, like a lot of greenery, perhaps a water feature. And I was seeing through someone else's eyes, and they were walking past some people who were mingling in this kind of central area, this big open area. And they were walking through, and I saw like an arrow, like this arrow was pointing me. So I was following through these person's eyes. I was following where this was going. And it went over to the side of the building on the inside that had, if you could imagine, like if you were to walk in the front door of someplace, you'd probably look for a front desk of some sort. That's kind of what this looked like, only it was off to the side. And so in my mind's eye, I'm walking and I follow along and I go over to this front desk reception area. And whoever I'm looking through, they stand at the desk and everything's in Chinese, so I don't know what is being said. I hear the language. And the person behind the desk reaches up on like a tall shelf and they pull down a big white basket, and I see them set it down on the counter and they're kind of flipping through files and looking for something, and they pull out a white envelope and hands it back to the person. Okay, then the next thing I see is this person walking back the way they came, and then the next thing I notice or feel is that I'm on an elevator going down to a lower level, and there's like kind of a darker room. It's a little kind of like a dungeony kind of feel, a lot darker. And I can't really see very well in this room, so I don't know if there's just not enough lights on or what. But he sits down at this table, and I couldn't, there were armed guards. Like when he walked in this room, there's guards. And he sits down at this table and he's opens up a laptop. It was like a MacBook Pro. It was an Apple product. That's what I saw. Anyway, he opens up this laptop and he opens up the envelope too. And he's looking through the envelope contents and reading something. And then he gets on the laptop and I see him like typing out an email or some type of connection, like a secure connection. And I thought, okay, where's this email going? And I was instantly taken back to mainland China. So then I thought, okay, that's interesting. It's going back to over there. And I got the sense that over there they were very interested in the dealings of this envelope, whatever the contents were. And I wasn't real clear on what that was, but I was just shown that the main country was very interested in whatever this was about. And then the next thing I saw was that person maybe being there for a little while longer and then being shipped back home and like being replaced with someone new, like changing of the guard kind of thing. So that is the imagery I saw. Now, I haven't purposefully read a lot about it in like the news. I try not to do that too much. Occasionally when I go to do a reading, I might just read a little bit of an article or a headline just to give me a feel for what I'm going to be reading about. But I don't want to read too much in depth because I don't want it to taint the information I'm getting. So that's just kind of a quick background. I'm going to shuffle up the cards and see what the tarot says about this. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, all right. So the first question, what was contained in the envelope that I saw? I have the reversed Chariot on this. Now, the first thing that I see with this card, I was drawn to, I'll show it to you upright. I was drawn to these two figures and this little thing in the background. Now, the guy sitting up top in this chariot, it almost looks like he's on a computer screen, like he's remoting in. It feels very artificial or distant. And so I think on some level, mainland is very interested in furthering the divide that we're currently experiencing right now. Whether they have a hand in it, orchestrating it, something about it, they're interested in furthering that divide. I also think along with that, I get a sense that this has something to do with the C19 and medical response of something to do with it as well. Okay, so the second card is what was contained in the email back to mainland China. Now, I've got the reversed Strength card. Now, when I looked at this, I focused in on this woman who is taming the lion, and it's like she's got her hand, and for some reason, with the hands around the mouth or the throat or wanting to, it's almost like putting something in the mouth. Again, I'm focused on that again. And I get the sense about the virus. With this lion being tamed and ready to receive, felt like there was something that a report back that people hear, that there's something about being ready to go to the next phase or to receive something here regarding medical. This is like it's like artificially imposing a rule or something on someone else. Maybe it's that feeling of that being masked or covered up with the mouth. So basically what I'm seeing is that things are ripe for the next phase, I'll call it. Okay, next card is what is the hidden agenda, and I've got the fighting card. Trying to work through a struggle, taking the spoils of war, ending the battle and taking what you feel is yours, that you earned or that you're entitled to. Next card is what do Americans need to know about what's going on, and I get a reversed messenger. This is a messenger about an offering, and this feels like All right. With this card, all right. So now normally there is no normal, okay? Sometimes the cards just say things that are, to me, they just out of nowhere. He's on a pale horse and he's walking through like a green mud or muck. And to me, that feels like sickness or illness, okay? I just have to say it. And that's on the question of what do we need to know. And I think there's another planned mishap with a leaky virus that finds its way out of a lab. I'll just put it that way. Okay, so the closure of this consulate, I asked, how does the United States view it? We have the card of corruption, the reversed King of Pentacles. This is the card of devious corruption, like the worst greed imaginable, bad, corrupt leaders. And I think the United States sees it as either dealing with corruption or exposing it or shutting it down or something of that nature. Now, how China sees it, this card, oh my gosh. So, okay. So I paused the video and I looked at this card and I saw something I've never seen before. And that's what I love about doing intuitive tarot is I'm familiar with the cards. I know the pictures. I know what they say. And sometimes when I'm drawn into the artwork and I see something, oh yeah. But this time I've seen something I've never seen before on the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so as you'll notice, this woman is standing. She has 5 of the coins on one side and 3 on the other. Or excuse me, 6 and 3, whatever. Now, this is so bizarre. So when I'm looking at this, okay, I see this big open spot on her robe, and there's only 3 over here. And there's a big collection of the coins over here. And to me, I saw like it funnel. Like it funneling over here into this big hole. No, sounds weird, but this is just where the artwork took me, okay? So you see this going over to this side. And this person kind of looking like, And the feeling I got with this card is that the way China sees it is, yeah, okay, you shut it down, but we got what we wanted. We got what we needed. We already got what we wanted. Maybe we would have liked to have had these other 3. Yeah, but that's okay. We got enough. We got what we wanted. Yeah, you might have shut us down, but sucks to be you. Now, the outcome of this closure, I've got the reversed 4 of Cups. As a reversal, it's kind of like you're in a bad, foul mood. You don't want any help. It's like a breakdown in communication. Like things are, you've gone beyond just refusal. Now it's just like things are broke. Communication is broken down completely. That's the sense I get with it. Underneath is this card of just basically moving on from something, walking away from something. I think this is going to strain the U.S. China relations. However, they never really were our friend to begin with, so it's not like the relationship was ever really good to begin with, all pretending aside. So anyway, I don't know where to go with this. This was such a bizarre reading, but the cards are very intense, so I know that there's some level of something here. There's been some speculation, and it didn't come up here, but doesn't mean that it's not true or that it won't come up later. But there's just been some speculation that people are having that maybe there was some really nefarious stuff going on focused on the election. Okay, I'm going to leave this here and go clear my head. This is kind of an intense reading. All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye for now.